What's up, you guys? My name is Charlie. I am the kindergarten teacher here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome to Snow and Snowman Week. Here we go. Good morning. It is Monday. You could tell I'm not even I don't want to say I'm not fully awake, but I feel not fully awake. Like on the weekends, I just love staying up. I can't help it. And then I've also been trying to get up a lot earlier now during the week, and I'm actually making it on time because of that. But I really need to start getting to bed earlier. I'll go to bed between 12 and 2, and then I'm up at 6:30. That's crazy, right? So I do feel so much better days the weekends and days that I do get sleep. So I really want to start making that happen for myself. That's a goal of mine for this 2023. It's Monday and it's raining, or at least it was by my house, and then when I got over here it's just kind of I think the rain is coming. So I did jeans and our school hoodie today because I put on a dress and then I took the trash out and I was yeah, this is not happening today. So we've changed. I'm prepped with my kombucha, and I also have my case of tea to get me through the week. My lunch is all packed. I've been meal prepping, game changer. My goal for next week is to do it with dinners too, so that this way balancing teacher life, mom life, and football life will be set. So today we're going to be getting into Snowman and Snow. I'm excited. It's one of my favorite things. Okay. I need to get to business so I could I have a mom coming in to do copies for me tomorrow, so I really want to work on starting to get that all together. We have SLPPs this week, so if you don't know what those are, hold on to your hats because I'll show you all of that. And who's ready for all things snow? Let's do it. What's up, guys? It is the end of the day now. I honestly had a really hard time just getting in the groove today. I was struggling. I was definitely on the struggle bus. I don't know if it was the weather. You could see it's all gloomy and it's been raining on and off. I don't know. I also was kind of tired. Just bleh. I feel fine besides being tired. It just was the day didn't drag either. I don't know what my issue was, but I did introduce snowmen this morning, and that was always fun. And whenever I introduce something, I like to kind of do it in a fun way. So today we did it as I gave them clues and they had to draw a picture. So here's what that looked like. All right, my friends, so remember, Miss Yeager is going to give you clues, and on your whiteboard, you're gonna draw a picture based off of the clues Miss Yeager gives you. You can't look at a friend.
Or you can show them.
And don't shout out what you think it is.
And don't show them.
And don't show them. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good medium circle. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's your first clue. All right, our position words are gonna come in handy. Are you ready? We're gonna put another circle below it. We're gonna put another shape on top of that rectangle. Are you ready?
Yeah.
On top of the rectangle is gonna be a square.
Oh.
On the count of 3, I'm gonna say showdown, and you're gonna show me your picture. Showdown. Yes. Okay, that's how that went. And can we talk about how I'm getting this huge zit on my face? Ah! I usually don't break out, so I must be sitting here yes. Do you see this? It's in the exact. So I don't know when I was doing this, but my face obviously didn't like it. Anyways, yeah, so we introduced snowmen. We read Sneezy the Snowman. I projected it on our beautiful large TV screen that we have. So that was fun. They loved Sneezy so much. So yes, we watched it up there. And then after we read Sneezy, or we listened to it out loud, they were all sitting on the carpet and they still had their whiteboards and marker from when they drew their picture. Like, you can still see mine over here. So then what I had them do then was we talked about how I wanted to make like a text to self reference, because the main idea of the Sneezy is how like he has this problem of like feeling cold, and then all of the ways that he tries to solve his problem. So that's going to be our focus this week, is problem and solution. So I wanted them to first make a text to self reflection of like when a time was that they had felt cold. So then on their boards they had drew a time that they felt cold. We shared it. They did such a good job. And then that was that. So that was pretty much like the majority of our morning. We introduced time today, so that went really well. So and all I do is like I have it like super simple, like up on the board, and I know it like doesn't match. I swear it matched earlier, but we started practicing at different times. But we talked about like an analog versus a digital clock, and then all those things. So I left the same coin this week, and I just kind of added more pennies for us to count, so that this way it wasn't like something else that was too new. But we did do time today. And then for our sentence study, we're gonna start to do a sentence study. So I'm gonna start putting sentences out there. I think I'm gonna kind of make a pact to where like people could do this in their classrooms, and then eventually we'll work on it with like nouns and verbs, and we'll add all the things in as we learn them. So super excited for that. But yeah, they did so good today. And let's see what else. We also made a snowman with our math toolkits, and let me show you how. So we're kind of doing some analyzing our 2D and 3D shapes. So we're going to start with our 2Ds. So each kid in my class has a math toolkit inside of their desk. And inside, as we learn different math concepts, I kind of add different things to their toolkit. So they all started off with like counters, and they're just like these little circle. These came in Envisions kits that my school had gotten, but I honestly already have like tons of these supplies that I've just collected over the years, being places that like we weren't provided this kind of stuff. I would find them at like teacher garage sales, Amazon, at the end of the year when teachers are like selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Like, so definitely like don't spend tons of money. Definitely look at like resources around you. You'd be surprised like what teachers are giving away and like all that kind of stuff. But anyways, our first couple units were on numbers 0 to 5. So all the kids started off with 5 counters. We then went numbers 0 to 10. So then they had gotten up to 10 counters. We did things with like dice in class, like just fun games. So each one of them has a numbered dice, just one of them for now. And then today they each got a bag with like tons of shapes. And I gave them about like 5 minutes at first just to explore. Whenever I give them a new manipulative for math, I always give them like 2 to 5 minutes to just explore with the shapes and do what they want to. And I kind of just like to see the way that their brain processes and like the way that they're thinking. Do they choose to build a picture? Do they just play with them? Do they stack them? I like to kind of see how they manipulate them. And then afterwards, I gave them a goal, and their goal was to build a snowman. So check this out. And they're looking so good. Look at the arms on yours.
He's giving a high five.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, so it was super fun. Tomorrow we're gonna kind of like change reading groups. I'm gonna bring home tonight my map scores from winter, and I kind of want to change my reading groups, and then I'm gonna change them in the morning. And I'm doing this because there's lots of reasons, but I really want to go hard with like organized centers Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Monday, I personally don't like doing centers because I always feel like Mondays are super chaotic. There's always like whatever new stuff is for the week. Like for example, today I'll give you a rundown. Like it's Monday, and even though I was prepared with all my materials, I have SLPPs this week and I have Ames Web benchmarking. So Mondays I kind of just like to, we also found out like a teacher will be gone Friday. So Mondays I kind of just like to like give myself a little bit of room to like tidy up certain things, or to make sure I'm super secure with certain things, or things are prepared. I'm our grade level chair, so I have to do a couple of tasks for our field trip coming up this week. And then we have a 100th day next week. So there's just a bunch of little things that I need to make sure I get out to parents and that is organized in order for like the good of the group. So I kind of give myself that room on Mondays, as well as like I always fill homework folders, and then I have a newsletter. And right now I have a student teacher, so she was able to help me with those things, but I have to like keep in mind that typically I wouldn't. So I like to not depend on that help. It's great because I have it, so I use it, but I like to not depend on that, if that makes sense, just because I don't want to get so used to doing it that then come next year I'm like, how did I do all of these things? So I do try to keep it within the realms of like what I can do myself, if that makes any sense. But we are doing Ames Web benchmark testing. I'm like 2/3 of the way done with the math. I don't know what you use like wherever you are, but for us, it's like super basic. It's like numbers 0 to 20. We give them a minute and see how many they can have. And then the next one is like sensitizing, and then they have to tell us like how many dots they see on each dice. And then it starts off with just single dice, and then it gets to like more than one die. So that's like what the math looks like. There is a more extensive one that like we choose not to do in kinder because the data is just not as useful for us. It is like a good assessment, but we just don't use it. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. It's been a really good day. I am gonna get out of here because it's been like all rainy and the roads are probably like all wet. So I'm gonna drive like a grandma home. I feel like we've never had like this much rainy weather in Vegas. It's kind of weird. But hey, I'm wondering if it's gonna snow. Wouldn't it be so cool if we had a snow day? Maybe. Fingers crossed. Guys, check this outfit today. I like put it on this morning and I couldn't tell if I like liked it or didn't like it. If it was cute, if it was ugly. It's like one of those, but today was a good day. We were so busy. It went by so fast. We got so much done though. This morning, it was another rainy day. It's like starting to clear up now, which is good because it's like just in time for me to go home, which I really appreciate. But this morning hold on one second. Okay, so we reread our Sneezy the Snowman story, and so we reread our Sneezy the Snowman story, and when we went into it today, I kind of like reinforced that we will be talking about problem solution this week. So we reviewed very quickly what a character was, and then I introduced problem and solution, and I used the help of this anchor chart that I made. Let me show you. I don't know why, I think because I like food, but all of my reading standards that I introduce, I try to make the anchor chart revolved around food. Like when we did Making Connections, I did Let's Talk About Making Connections. So for this one, I had the idea because Sneezy solves his problem by eating ice cream, I had the idea to use ice cream. So we did scooping up problem and solution. So we started by talking about what a character is, because that part is important to kind of reinforce because that's typically who has the problem in the story. And then we talked about how a problem is what's wrong or what challenge does the character have, and then the solution is how the character solves the problem. So we discussed all of those before we went into the reread of our story Sneezy the Snowman, and then we did the reread of it, and I did that because I wanted them to now listen to the story the second time with keeping in mind that we're paying attention and trying to seek out what that problem was that Sneezy had in the story. So for the most part, the majority of them were able to pick apart that his problem was that he was too cold, which was awesome. And then we talked about like the different solutions that he kept trying to find to solve his problem. And then we followed it up with the kiddos. This is, I don't know who makes this. I will definitely link it, but I think there's so many of them now because it's just a craft that I feel like is used so much with Sneezy. But we did the melted snowmen and they came out so cute, and they all, I have an amazing mom that comes in and helps, and my student teacher was here today too. So between the two of them, I had them kind of like pull kids and like they help them finish their sentence. I really want to start helping them finish their sentence right now for the next couple weeks, because I want them to be so confident in their sentence building. So I feel like if they kind of have that scaffold right now of the help, now that we just got back from winter break, they'll definitely go into the sentence structure and sentence writing feeling way more confident. So this snowman melted because he drank hot cocoa. Let's see. This snowman melted because he went to the beach. This one fell in the hot tub. Fantastic. That's like just like the story. But you could see for the most part, a lot of them did like what was in the story. This one, it was sunny, so that was great. They like made their own reference. This one, he got frosted. Yeah, so they were absolutely darling. They thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Check out these clips from when we did it in class. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so to make our snowman, we need a couple of supplies. Our snowman had a hat. Okay, fine, just go over here so you can watch. He needed some arms. So you'll have 2 stick arms. You'll have one of these.
A carrot.
A carrot nose. And then, of course, this is my favorite part. Eyeballs.
You're funny.
And then, ooh, I think this is
cream.
my favorite part.
Shaving cream. I hate shaving cream. I love shaving. I only like
I know, and it needs to stick.
So
So
when
we
I
have
have
to
glue.
mix it
With
with some glue. So I'm gonna pour some glue in here, and then I'm gonna kind of mix it around. All right, so here's some tricks to make your snowman. When we make our snowman and we put it on our paper, you see how it's a big glob?
Yeah.
We kind of want it to stay a big glob. If it stays a big glob, then that means it'll make it fluffy. And we want it to be fluffy, right? When it dries, it's gonna feel really cool. But if we take the shaving cream and we spread it out like this, you see how I spreaded it out? It will not dry fluffy. So we wanna make sure we have a glop of it.
It'll get messy.
Right. And then what you're gonna do with your glop is you're gonna put on top of it, we've been talking about those position words, so on top of it you'll put the hat, you'll put his nose.
Is it going to be melted?
Yeah, he'll look like all melted.
Oh.
And then he'll have his stick arms in there,
His eyes.
and then his eyeballs will be in there too.
His eyes weird.
And then while we're at lunch, we're gonna let him dry. Is that so
What
cool?
if?
Yeah. Stick it on there. You can put it right on top. Perfect. Some eyeballs. Nice. That looks awesome, dude. And then another thing I had to handle today, since I'm the grade level chair, I've been handling all of the paperwork with a field trip that we're going to be going on. And it's so exciting. This is like the first field trip I've gone on since the pandemic. So that's so exciting that we're able to do these again. But it is tons of paperwork, and like the office and like admin doesn't do it. Like it's on the teachers that are going if they choose to go to like get all the paperwork done. I've never had to be responsible for all of it, so I was like super stressed out at first, I'm not gonna lie, because I just feel like it's such a huge responsibility, and it's a lot of paperwork, but it's definitely not hard. It's just a lot, especially if you've never done it before. Like now I feel like I'd be able to do it no problem, but because it was my first time. But I'm very fortunate enough that our office manager, she was like a blessing in helping me get together like what paperwork I needed. She showed me how to fill out the form, so like I'm so thankful for her. Kudos. And then I am like very I'm like the most hot mess express person ever. Like you could see, like I have this like huge pile on there that I need to go through. But with stuff like this, I'm so like OCD and needing to make sure that it's done a proper way, done properly, and all of that. So I had found from Pocketful of Primary, she was like an amazing teacher. I think she's like left the classroom now, but she had like an amazing resource for field trips, and I will have that listed in the notes too. I was gonna like make my own, and then I was kind of like, why? Like when this is already like amazing and done, like why am I gonna kill myself? So we had, it looked like this. I'm gonna cover like the most of the information, but this is like all like the who, what, when, where, why, where my hand is covering. But we're gonna be going on a field trip. We're so excited. We're gonna be watching a performance at the Smith Center here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So the kids are so excited. So in order for us to be able to go, the parents need to fill out the permission slip that like us as teachers are going to keep. There's like an actual one from the district, and then there is a medical form that they need to fill out as well. So yeah, we did all of those. Like the permission slips for the teachers itself, it's just for us to more so have a count. The rest of it we have to turn in to like our office once everything's all good and done. I do still have like a checklist of other things I need to do. So I have to write down all of our students that are going in all of our classrooms and their IDs. I have to get a list of like all the adults that are going and their telephone numbers for safety reasons. I have to get like everyone rostered for lunches that day, whoever needs one, and figure out who doesn't so they don't order too many in the lunchroom. I have to also like do like a medical training so that this way someone that's going on the field trip knows like the proper way to use EpiPens and all of those things. And yeah, so all the things. So I did make each of these. We have 5 classrooms that are going total. So like the front form, I made each of us a different color so that this way as they come back to me, it's very easy for me to know like who goes where. And yeah, so we had a very busy day. It was very successful. I feel so productive. My mom that comes in and helps had done all my copies for like the upcoming week. So I'm gonna sort through all that stuff before I leave today, or maybe not. It is getting really nice out, so I think I'm kind of just gonna leave. But yes, kudos to Great Days. Love them. Hey guys, it is Wednesday. I'm in like a super weird mood today. Today was a hard day, I'm not gonna lie. Last night I had found out that one of my son's old coaches got in trouble for just some things that are not okay, and it's been like weighing really heavy on me. I'm not gonna lie, I like didn't sleep at all last night, and then I came to work today just because I like thought of calling in just because I like woke up after getting like 2 hours of sleep, and I was like, man, I don't know if I could do this today, and I just didn't want to be alone though. So I came in today and I had to like make that phone call that none of us teachers like to make, and yeah, it ended up consuming like almost 3 hours of my day, and yeah, it was like rough. But they went to specials, then the students, and we went outside for a bit, and we came in and it was like math and pretty much the end of the day. And so I kind of was like, you know what, we're scratching the shape lesson today, and we've been talking about snowmen this week, so I had them do an activity where they were each given a bunch of circles like this, and everybody had to cut it out. They came to the carpet and they built themselves a snowman. So that's what this looked like.
I keep mixing this stuff up. Is this? Oh, we make a stone.
I love it. Over here.
You guys.
Oh man.
That one right there. Suck.
All right, go. Your turn.
Huge. Bye, 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 bye.
Yeah. Nice job. Teamwork. Good job, Grace. And then after they built their own snowman, I had them work with their team to build a giant snowman. Let's check them out. They came out super cute. It was kind of just a nice way to like end the day. I just needed to get my mind off of all the things. Being outside definitely helped. And then these are their snowmen. You could see they did so good. So as a team, they worked together to build a giant snowman. They would start with like the bigger snowballs at the bottom and build all the way up, and then each team got to like put a face on the snowman. And then tomorrow we're gonna use all of these snowflakes, and we haven't introduced like length, width, and how tall or short anything is. We haven't introduced none of that or its vocabulary, but that's our next unit. So I thought this would kind of be like a good intro into like which of our snowmen are longer, which are shorter. And then we're gonna see tomorrow like how many snowflakes long all of our snowmen are, and we'll take a guess on how long we think each one is, and then we'll see if our guesses are right. So we'll do that tomorrow, so I'll be able to show you more of that. But it was a pretty chill day because I just had to deal with like not fun teacher stuff today. Like today was like one of those days where this is like the hard part of our job, right? So I was thinking that like I would want to like go home right away, but then like I'm just kind of sitting here and my mind's like racing of like just what's gonna happen. I had 2 coffees today and a donut. I had a much better day today. I did have to like still handle the situation from yesterday with the phone call and stuff, and that made it a little rough today just because I was getting like a lot of remarks today from the student, which like it's fine, it's not his fault, you know. But yeah, but anyways, like I like had a hard time sleeping last night again. So I think I got like 2 hours of sleep, but it was okay. Like a friend of mine was like kind of talking me through last night, so it did like make me feel a lot better, and I kind of like did some things around the house just to kind of get my mind off of it. And then I'm starting my master's back up today, so it's just gonna kind of force me to like be in a good place mentally again, which is like what I need. And then I planned a fun activity for us to do today just because like I so needed it just after yesterday. This hair is driving me crazy. Okay, there we go. Weird. Okay, sorry. Anyways, so today we read Snowman at Night. It's such a cute story. It's so good for like predictions and like what we think will happen. And then after that, in writing this week, I wanted to talk about how to build a snowman, and I just kind of want them to see, before we get into this how-to writing, this week my goal was just for them to see why we need to be explicit when we're giving details to someone and directions to someone. So we were able to do that today. We did, we discussed how to build a snowman, and we talked about all the different things that we would need. And then we made our own snow, since that is the main thing that we need to build a snowman. So I had set up this like table that I have. I set it up like in the front of my classroom, so it's here, and then like all the kids had sat over there, and I mixed it in front of them. And then during centers today, they all got to come and play in the snow, and they got to build with it. So I know I have a clip for you, so here's this. All right, my friends, I would like you to share with your partner A with the long hair. You're going to go first. I want you to share with your partner what you need to build a snowman. Go. All right, Tootsie Roll Lollipop. We are talking, now we stop. All right, let's discuss all together. What are some things that we need to build a snowman? Alea, give me one thing.
Snow.
Snow. That's probably the most important thing. Lila.
Carrot.
Ooh, a carrot. We could use a pickle. All right, no pickle. DJ.
Scarf.
Ooh, a scarf. Grace.
Olives for the eyes.
Ooh, olives for the eyes. That's so creative. Wes.
Raisins for the buttons.
Raisins for the buttons. Nikolai.
Circles.
Circles. Raya. A hat. Adeline.
Stick arms.
Stick arms. Okay, Mateo.
We need a hat? No.
It's okay, Frank. Go ahead.
Mittens made out of leather. He's got a hat.
They have to be made out of leather, right?
He made a hat.
Yeah. And he definitely needs a hat. All right, my friends. Today, even though we live in Las Vegas and we don't see snow all the time,
Want to make snow?
Miss Yeager thought it'd be so fun to try to make our own snow. All right. All right, I'm looking for superstars. So here are some things that we need to make our snow. We need this thing. This is called baking soda.
Baking soda.
Baking soda.
It's called soda. I like it. It's a laundry.
Yeah, so this baking soda, some people, like Miss Yeager, puts it in the fridge, and it helps keep stuff fresh. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, so usually when you put it in the fridge, you open it like this, and it helps keep stuff fresh. But I could like cut this off and it'll have all the stuff inside. And we're also gonna use, what is this? Shampoo, yeah, it's this one's conditioner, so this is what helps like make your hair soft after you wash it. So what we need, yes, Wes.
You use baking soda to get over the finger sores in your mouth sometimes.
You can totally use them to get rid of canker sores.
My mom
You're teaching the teacher.
Very smart, my friend.
Because my mouth, I had a canker sore in my mouth. So we pour some in. So we pour some in.
Yeah, so this is a measuring cup. Whenever you're baking or if you're doing things, it's important to know exactly how much you need. So for our baking soda, we need 1 cup of it. So I'm gonna fill this whole cup with the baking soda.
It's so smelly. Do you want to smell it?
Yeah, it's gonna be smelly? Oh, snowy. I thought he said smelly. Smelly.
Why you putting a video of you're not
All right. Ooh, it is kind of smelly. All right, so let's see. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it right on here. Oh. And then,
Shampoo.
we should wash our hair?
No.
Okay. And then I'm gonna fill this up like half of the way. And then I'm gonna pour this.
Whoa.
It looks so satisfying. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more in.
Looks like a melted snowman.
It looks like a melted sneezy. And we're gonna mix this up.
Melted. But I don't want it melted. It looks like melted frosty if you put a nose. If you put a button nose.
It looks like what?
Frosty the Snowman. Melted
Yeah.
Frosty the Snowman if you put a button nose. Button nose? Yeah, he has a button nose. It looks so cool.
It looks like snow now, right?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna give you guys a chance to touch it. All my friends, sit on your bottom right now so that the friends who are seated in the back can see. And I promise I will let all of the friends see. You think it
You
smells
say it
good?
smells good?
I'm 12 years old, but I'm in first grade. No, it's a Santa Claus.
What does it feel like?
No, sit down. Is it like, can you see? No, the smallest one.
The smallest one now.
You
did it! Does it feel like real snow?
Yeah. I've never felt real snow. Like I've seen snow. When I was 4, I've actually just felt snow just once.
Whoa. What does it feel like?
It feels weird.
It feels weird.
It feels like dirt. Wait.
Okay, so we made the snow today, and I'm gonna take off my tag here. This annoys me. I hate wearing this all day, but it's for a good reason. It is a half a cup of conditioner to every 1 cup of baking soda, and that's literally all you need. I've used different brands of conditioner. I typically get the Pantene Pro V. It comes like in a black container conditioner, but I was being super cheap last night, so I went to the Dollar Tree and got this one, and it worked just as well. I just found I had to use a little more baking soda than normal. So and you'll be able to tell easily like when you mix it, because if it's too like creamy to where it's sticking to you, you don't have enough baking soda. So if and you won't be able to like pretty much make a snowball. So if you're unable to make a snowball, that tells you that you definitely need more baking soda. So I kind of like showed them in front of them, and it's like the coolest thing ever, because you could totally put it together and make a snowball. And then so we kind of built a snowman today. So we would do like a large circle, we would do a medium-sized circle, and then we had a small one for up at the top. It was so, like, I had a fun time myself, like, just sitting here playing with it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And then, I didn't really, like, allot enough time, but I wish I would have, like, allotted enough time, or, like, I think next year I want to buy enough to do this, like, at every table, and then, like, let every table, like, we could go outside and find sticks for the arms and, like, little rocks we could use. And then I kind of had just taken the cap. It's like disgusting now because the kids have been using it. But I had taken the cap, and then I had put it on top as like the snowman's hat. Let me show you up close. So cute. There's my snowman. So cute. Happy Friday, guys. Today is Friday the 13th, and I don't know if it scares me more as just being an adult or as a teacher. I think as a teacher it's more scary to me. Our 5th grade is also wearing their 5th grade shirts today, and I got one because my son is in 5th grade, so I had to support the 5th grade. Oh, it's our last year together. It's like finally sinking in that like he's in 5th grade and I'm like, I'm not okay. It's weird. But we got the coffee. It's Friday the 13th. It'll be fine. It'll be great. There's a teacher out in kinder, but they did get a sub today, so I think that's a good sign. I'll let you know. Happy Friday, guys. Man, I really don't know what to say about the week overall. It was like a crazy week. Yesterday I really tried to find like silver lining and happiness, and then today it's Friday the 13th. Superstitions, I'm totally a believer. I thought we were gonna have to split kids today, and we didn't, which was like so nice. And I only had 11 kids. One of them ended up going home because of remarks he was making that were very like not okay. I'm not gonna go into depth just because I don't know like what I can get in trouble for saying and not, you know, so I'll just leave that at that. But I did have to like call CPS this week, and I spent the majority of my week either I feel like talking to Child Protective Services or in the office with school police. And I'd be lying if I said it like wasn't weighing on me, because it really did a lot this week. Like I've had such a hard time sleeping every day, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. Like I wish I could like vent about the situation and like tell all of you, but it's just the side of teaching that's really hard. Hard because you care, hard because of the emotions, hard because the future, you know? Yeah. So that was kind of like an event today. So I was upset, not just only because of that, but then like things that I planned, like we didn't get to do our snowman shape. We didn't get to do another addition activity I had planned, which like I almost thought of doing it Tuesday, but then I'm like prolonging like getting done what I want to next week. So I'm just gonna like, I don't even want any more reminders of this week, so I'm just literally gonna like wash my hands with snowmen this weekend. That's it. The one fun thing we did do today, we were doing sentence building, or we've been working on sentence building. So I had like every kid write a sentence. They all wrote the same sentence, and then we crumpled it up and we did a snowball fight with it. This is what that looked like. 3, 2, 1, go! And then after the snowball fight, they each picked a snowball up and came to the carpet. We unraveled them, and then I projected some on our board, and we kind of went down through the checklist of like if it had a capital, did it have punctuation, finger spaces, and the sight word. So this is from a pack from Samantha Kelly. I want to like make my own because there's other things that I'd rather the checklist have or whatever, so I need to work on something like that. But it served its purpose for today, and it's still super cute and just perfect, like simple. And they loved it. Like they had such a blast. They want to do it again next week, so I think I definitely want to do it again, so that this way the kiddos that weren't here, it's kind of just like a neat winter activity to do in general anyway. So yeah, that was like super fun. And the PE teachers had extra pizza from a party that they did, so they actually gave me enough for my whole class, which was like so nice of them. So we had like a pizza party to end the day, and it was really nice just because I had such a long day dealing with CPS and school police and just those kind of things. So it was so nice to like, I didn't get a lunch or a prep, like it was, yeah, just stuff. So it was really nice to just end the day like with our snowball fight based around our sentence making, and then the pizza. Like it was perfect end to the day. So even though we didn't get done everything we wanted to, like there were definitely positives. And I'm leaving today, leaving this week behind. Next week is a new week. We have a 3-day weekend, so I'll be able to start on Tuesday with like a fresh week, just fresh. So, and it's MLK week, so it's kind of awesome because we'll be talking a whole bunch about you know, the difference between standing up for ourselves and being aggressive, or like we'll kind of hit all of the kindness stuff again. We're gonna hit all of like standing up for ourselves in a positive way, peace. So it's kind of like perfect timing to re-look at all those things. So I hope you guys had a way better week than I did, but sometimes that's just how it goes, unfortunately. Probably definitely the hardest week school-wise that I've had this year, to be real. The most emotional for sure. I've never in my entire career been able to like not sleep how I didn't sleep this week, besides when I had a 4th grader like going through suicidal stuff. But yeah, it's been a long time that I felt that way, so this week was hard. But I so appreciate all of you for watching. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Hero on Heels.